As the US heads into the holiday 4th of July weekend, the 2024 race for the White House is heating up, and the leading candidates for both parties are hitting the campaign trail over the next few days. For more and some in-depth analysis on what to expect, we're joined now by Bill Crane. He's a political analyst and commentator. Bill, great to have you on the show. Now,
good to be with you, Sally.
As Joe Biden launches his 2024 re-election campaign, Bidenomics is, quote, Bidenomics is the core message. What more can we expect from Biden and his messaging on the campaign trail in the lead up to the elections?
Well, the economy is surprisingly strong despite the higher interest rates. The job growth is continuing across the United States, with some areas stronger than others. But there's lots of looming specter of a recession ahead of us as well. Growth is slowing, particularly in key sectors like real estate development, home building, because the interest rates are so high and it's shutting out the new homeowner as well as the move-up buyer. But as we are heading into 2023, Joe Biden should be looking better in polling numbers than he is. And though he is an incumbent president, and very typically incumbent presidents have a kind of a free run from their party, he does have opposition in his party, and of course Republicans cheering on his potential opponent, Robert Kennedy, the son of the former Attorney General.
Now, back in the day when Biden went to try and take presidency and took presidency from Trump, of course, Trump's overall unpopularity was the reason why Biden ran for presidency in 2019, and it helped him defeat Trump in 2020. But polls show now that Biden's approval ratings are at an all-time low. How do you see this next election year shaping up in terms of having, Biden being able to leverage the unpopularity of Trump now? What is he facing in this run?
It is difficult to dislodge an incumbent president by any definition, but I honestly do not believe, with the legal challenges Donald Trump continues to face and the mounting number of legal challenges that look ahead potentially for the Biden White House, I don't think we'll see the grudge rematch in 2024 that we saw in 2020. If Joe Biden is the nominee, he believes it'll be an easy rematch against Donald Trump. But the ground has shifted, and where the economy is at that point in time, what the breaking news is, and whether or not Donald Trump has been convicted on any of these many charges pending against him, his enterprise, his campaigns, will be critical.
Well, yet Donald Trump is still the head of the Republican Party. In some ways, these legal difficulties seem to be propelling him, keeping him, at the head of the bunch. And as you say, Biden's economy has proven quite strong, yet his approval ratings are at an all-time low. How do you kind of quantify that, the fact that Biden seems to be doing well in some regard, but isn't favourable, and likewise with Trump, he's got all of this baggage, all of this heavy weight, yet he's so popular still?
Well, I think Joe Biden has popular policies, but there's also growing concern by general voters, particularly independents, as well as Democrats. 67% of Democrats in the last two polls I've looked at would like there to be another nominee. And what that really kind of speaks to, I think, is their concern about where Biden will be at age 80, seeking re-election, the oldest man or the oldest president of the United States to be re-elected if that were to happen. And we certainly see in his performance, press conferences, reading the teleprompter, some challenges in cognition. I'm 62. I'm not what I was at 35 or 40. And the U.S. presidency is one of the most demanding physical and mental jobs in the world. And I think there's somewhat growing realization that neither Donald Trump or Joe Biden are spring chickens, and there's concern about their performance. Donald Trump has a very strong core base, probably 30% of the Republican primary sample, but he does not hold all well in the general election. And there are Republicans waking up to the fact that if he is their retread nominee, they probably cannot win in November of 2024.
Okay. Bill Crane, political analyst and commentator. Thank you.
Take care.